just our team. I mean, we just played the number 2 team in the country, got a top 5 offense, top 5 defense, and Heisman contender at quarterback. So just the questions about, our buy-in as a team, I think right there, that just goes to show the commitment our team has. The guys in the locker room, that's just a testament to those guys. We had 2 turnovers in our part of the field, and we're still had the ball to go down and win the game. So just super proud of those guys in that locker room, and there isn't anybody else that I'd want to go to battle with. So I just want to talk about that.
Ethan, you guys were able to throw the ball down the field a good bit today. What do you think went into that part of the offense working so well today?
Yeah, I think just our preparation during the week. All week, we emphasized it. Coach Terry emphasized it. Coach K emphasized it. So it's something we really worked on, getting timing with the receivers. So I think that was just a little glimpse of what we can be. I think the receivers did a great job separating, especially on those deep end breakers. And I was confident in them to be able to do that all week. So I think that's what led to that.
Ronk, how tough is it when you're leaving it all out there, but you just can't quite get over the edge?
Yeah, it's tough. I just feel for the guys. The seniors that have been here, they don't deserve that. So it's just hard. We just ask, why, and we just got to find those answers to be able to get there and just finish out the game. Everything we do, we just got to finish. So it's just tough. It is.
Why did you want to come out and say that first? Just to, let us know how you feel, or what was the idea behind that?
Just let us know let you guys know how I feel. We talked, as a team after the game, and just the disappointment, and people talking about, have they given up, and I think that, that just goes to show, there is no quit with this team, So I think, I just on my heart and just wanted to say it.
Ethan, it seemed like after the interception in the second half there, you really kind of flipped a switch. Did anything change for you there?
Nothing too much. Danny always talks about, just be you, play your game, no flinch mentality. I think, and he told me that as soon as I came over the sideline. So I think he does a great job just keeping us level-headed. And I'm super grateful for that. Just the guys up front, really straining on those blocks, did a great job.
Ethan, how important is having a Nick Singleton like we saw today for this offense?
Say it one more time.
How important is it to have a Nick Singleton like the one we saw today for this offense?
Yeah, no doubt. I told him after that long run, this is who you are. And I think, that just opens up the pass game. When he broke that long run, you could just feel the energy and feel those throwing lanes open up. So kind of like what you just asked about, why we were able to find those holes. I think him and Katron are a huge part of that.
Ethan, I apologize for this. You mentioned you playing your game, saying play your game. Terry's been very adamant about throwing the ball down. How comfortable did you feel with it? Seemed like the second half pushing the ball vertically for you guys.
Yeah, I felt super comfortable. I think the windows, just seeing the windows, I felt good. Game 1, maybe they felt tight. Game 2, and loosened up a little bit. And then game 3, we're starting to just see it better. And those guys are really separating at the top of the routes. I'm thinking of the one early on to Trebor. He did a great job. Had a tight corner on him and really separated well, and it makes my job easy.
Ethan, what has been, it seems like you and Trevor are really starting to develop a connection. What's been the cause of that, do you think?
I just think our off the field stuff, me and him go to dinner every week, a couple of receivers. So I think that's just a huge part of it. Me and him just being able to click, and I think the stuff in practice as well is huge. We practice that route all the time, and just being able to hit it, a couple times felt really good.
Did you get a look at Indiana's last touchdown, and what were you thinking during that 3, 4, 5 minutes while the officials were reviewing it?
Yeah, it's a tough one. It's hard to tell up on the video board, but obviously we're just hoping that it wasn't. And then once it was, Danny came over and just told us nothing to do but go down and score. You got to get field goal range. We're just talking through the options of what we need to do, and it was just in my head was we just need to go score.
After the game, Fernando walked up to you on the kitchen. What did he tell you, and what was just that whole thing like?
Yeah, we're just expressing how well we think each other did. I think that he's a great player, obviously, and the Heisman finalist for a reason. So I just want to tell him that, and that I'm pulling for him, and he's a great player. So just kind of expressing that to him.
How much better are you for this 3-game stretch? You play arguably the 3 best defensive teams, 2 unbelievable atmospheres. Do you can you feel that now about how much better you might be because of it?
Yeah, I think so. I think that those 3 are just having a great opportunity. I think the game is going to start slowing down, and I think those 3 first games are really helpful to be able to see the game start slowing down, just see it smoother, take your time and stuff like that. So I'm super appreciative to have those first 3 as opponents.
Even to come out immediately and take those shots in the second half, was there any specific message at halftime or whether it's from Coach Kotelnicki or anyone saying we need to push downfield?
Not necessarily. I think really what he was saying was kind of what we were talking about all week was patience and just play our game, and we felt coming out of half, looking at the film, that's where we saw the opportunities at. I think that was the biggest thing. Is those were opportunities, not necessarily, hey, we have to do this, but that's just what we saw on film.
Ethan, what does it mean to have a crowd like that show up today for you guys and cheer for you loudly despite this rough patch?
No doubt. That's just a testament to the community here. They're super supportive all week. And then heading the game, just to have the stadium packed like that is just great for the school and for the athletic department. So super thankful for those guys, those people showing up and just being loud for our defense and cheering us on.
Even speaking of the crowd, Terry got a nice ovation on the video board before the game. Just what's it like as players to see your coach get that kind of stuff?
No doubt, he's super deserving. The situation he's came into, obviously not an easy one. His first 3 games, the top couple of defenses in the country, and just being able to transition like that and lead our group is. You just got to commend him for that. So I think him getting that ovation is well deserved, and I'm super happy he got that.
Final score side, I think most folks would say your team today played with a hell of a lot of heart and effort and commitment. What does that tell us, or maybe reaffirm to you? What is the vibe like in the locker room, in the program, in terms of how you're approaching these final 3 weeks or this final month?
Yeah, no doubt. That's kind of what I wanted to touch on just coming out here is those guys. They've been here, especially the seniors have been here for 4, 5, 6 years. So, I just don't think that, us quitting is an option. Kind of like I've touched on a little bit, Coach Terry, isn't going to let that happen. And that's super important just for us moving on. After this game, we're going to go back and watch the film. We're going to do that regardless if we won. So I think that just having that leadership is super crucial.
No, thanks. If you had an opening statement, I think I missed it. So if you're
Oh yeah, absolutely. No problem. No
thank
problem.
Terry said you guys are going to come back tomorrow, hit the reset button again like you have the past couple of weeks. At this point in the season, how difficult is that for you guys? And do you think it's going to be any more difficult after this loss?
No, it is, what it is. We got to go back and get better. The reality is we have an opponent next week. You can't just, sim through the season. So I think that, we're going to go out there with heart and passion and show why we want to be out there and, just get ready for the next opponent.
Thanks, Ethan.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks, you guys.